Thank you all for joining us for this edition of Modern Animism Radio. When it comes to spirituality, love is my favorite topic. I don't know how anyone can separate love from animism, as it's really baked right in. Without love, how do you connect? Why would you connect? So today we're going to be talking about finding love, because I know that lots of people are in that foreigner mode of, I want to know what love is, right? And we're full of yearning for romantic love and self-love too. We live in a disconnected world, so I'm going to help you find love today. Cool? All right, let's begin with gratitude and acknowledgement of the elements and the ancestors. I acknowledge and thank the element of earth for the stable foundation under our feet, the land, our food, our bodies, and all the lovely sensuous delights that come with being human. I acknowledge and thank the element of air and ask that you inspire us, help us to communicate, clearly hear each other with detachment so that we receive the message. And I thank you for bringing us the whispers from the other world. I acknowledge and thank the element of fire for our power, our sense of doing, and the responsibility to wield it well. I acknowledge the element of water and thank you for keeping things moving, for allowing us to feel and to purify when things get stagnant. I acknowledge and thank our loving, helping ancestors from the human, plant, animal, and mineral kingdoms. I thank you for all the help that we receive that is seen and unseen. Thank you to all our listeners. If you like us, please support us by liking, sharing, subscribing, writing a review of our podcast, or donating to our website at pansociety.net. And thank you to the ones who have already done that review of the podcast. Thanks so much. That helps a lot. If you want to be a part of the conversation instead of just listening, join us on our Facebook group or MeWe. We're also now on Clubhouse. It's a new chat type of service that's invitation only, so you can download the app free, but you have to have an invite to actually use it. If you want one, let me know, and I'll send you an invite. It's Apple only, though, so far. We host talks, meditations, and classes over there that you can participate in real time. So it's a really different way of connecting. We're on at different hours to reach different people in different time zones, as our listeners are everywhere. And I keep forgetting people to tell people about our online animism class. If you want to learn animism from animists, come on over. You can find that at pansociety.org. I also like to thank our volunteers. We actually don't have any staff. Everyone's a volunteer, and we deeply appreciate everybody's contribution. So, love. How many of you are looking for love? I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you right up front that you aren't going to find it out there. It's not out there. It's inside. And you know this, right? If you're looking outside of yourself for it, it's like looking for your own heart or your own eyes. You can't see them, can you? Well, not unless you're looking in a mirror and seeing it reflected back to you. So maybe that's why people look for it outside themselves. They're looking for their reflection in someone else. But there's a better way. Love isn't something that someone gives you. It's something that you create, and then you aim it at others. When you direct it, you also feel it. So really, you may not be looking for love, but I'm used to help you get in touch with the love that's already inside. So somebody who's going to make you feel safe and beautiful and valued, funny, important, and all the things that matter to you. So let me walk you through that. If you're a parent, when you see your little baby sleeping, it warms your heart, doesn't it? These feelings of awe that a little tiny human can come from your body and make your heart melt, right? Those feelings are coming from you. You direct them at your child and say, I love you, meaning that I'm the person doing the acting. The act is love, and you're the object of the loving, right? So why do we think we need to find love? Love's inside. It's an action. It's something we do. I love is a complete sentence. But maybe we think we need to find someone special to love. And nope again. One person is just as good as the next. We can love the drunken bum who's sleeping on the concrete sidewalk if we choose to. We just don't often choose to. So I want you to question that today. If you want love, why not love that guy? Now, I don't mean romantically. I don't mean take him in and carry all his baggage that will come along with that. I just mean, why not let him be the focus of your love? Why not aim it at him? Love doesn't have to be romantic to grow. It just has to be allowed to flow. And if you're kind of stuck on that piece, there is a video on YouTube. It's Ho'oponopono meditation. It'll help you to remove your blocks to allowing it to flow. And you'll find that under in the meditations playlist. Okay, so let's segue back. I'm not sure how we became people who are fixated on romantic love. Maybe fairy tales and the promise to live happily ever after? I don't know. We're definitely force fed that though, right? From the time, well, I wouldn't say force fed. We're reared on it. But sexual love isn't superior to parental love, sibling love, neighborly love, or spiritual love. It's all just love. Think of it like your chakras lighting up. Is your root more superior than your third eye or your crown? No, right? You need them all. So why prioritize your genitals and sex over other types of love? I know it feels good. I know it feels good to be touched and snuggled and be all up against somebody. It's just a different type. Okay, so we're going to do a little meditation in a bit to show you what I mean. First, I want to build a little more foundation, okay? So you've heard me say that Earth is the mother, right? And the Father is the sky, yeah? When they created us, they came together with love. So it's inside. That love making didn't stop with conception. Each of us is always surrounded by the love of the mother and the father. We're plugged into it. And whether our own human parents were loving or not, we still have that. We have the love of the ancestors, whether we can look back and see loving examples of ancestors or not. There's a quote by Native American author Linda Hogan that says, "You are the result of the love of thousands." And I love that quote. It's a great reminder. So don't forget it. Your people have been loving for a long time to create you. And I know we all have rapists, arranged marriages, master-slave relationships, adultery, incest, prostitution, and not loving examples of sex that result in children in our family tree somewhere. But the vast majority are consensual and loving. So that love is always inside of you in a human way and in just a creation in an elemental way. All you have to do is tap into it. So turn on the tap. Let it flow. Let's do that right now. I want you to think of something or someone who's easy to love. This could be your dog, your child, ice cream, anything. And what happens in your body? It gets warm, soft, and tingly, doesn't it? Or something like that. You have some sort of physical sensation, right? That's what it feels like when you just turn on the tap. Now direct that sensation towards them. You might see them in your mind's eye. So I'm talking about the thing that you found easy to love. The dog, the child, the ice cream, that. See it in your mind's eye and visualize it as that flow as water, as a stream of light, a pink cloud, or something like that. Or maybe it's more of a feeling like it's an energy bubble, a hum, or a warm glow. And let's sit in that for a moment. Just feel it. How does that feel? So energy is something we can feel. We respond to it. So when we're not being loving, it shows. We feel it. So this massive disconnection, it's epidemic in society today, and it results in so many of us with our love tap turned off. We don't give this energy to ourselves or each other. And it's a shame because it's plentiful. It's free. It's not like you're going to run out. The sky rains it down. If you're rooted, Mother Earth supplies it every day. But I get it. There's two reasons why we stop loving, and they're fear and judgment. The root chakra is at the base of your spine. And if Mother Earth's love can't get up the spine because it's blocked by fear, you're going to be in short supply of love. If Father Sky's love comes down in from the crown, or can't come down in from the crown, if it's blocked by too much thinking and anxiety, and a fear that you can't do something, you don't have enough, or you aren't enough, or fear whatever, this love can't come in either. So in essence, you've turned off the tap for yourself. Now, fear can be real. Maybe you don't have shelter, food, clothes, or transportation. Those are real issues. So use that fear to figure it out. Find someone to help you. Help yourself get out of that situation. That's what fear is for, to motivate you to survive, not to stay stuck in it. So fear is really a root chakra thing. But we can definitely create false fear by overthinking, being negative, and talking things up to make them bigger than they are. And judgment is more of a head thing. If we make the bar for loving too high, we won't have a lot of love in our lives, will we? So, for example, if I say that, let's say that I'm having lunch with my partner or a friend and they're late. If I make it about me and being disrespected, feeling like they were being inconsiderate and things like that, I could just not go. Be like, well, I'm out of here and miss out on their company. I might have a negative attitude that makes everything taste bitter. I could blow up and start a fight and withhold my love and approval. And that doesn't help us to feel closer, does it? Would it be more effective to just think of it differently and say it's no big deal, it's just a few minutes, they're here now? Or if they're really late, I could say how I feel, ask for what I want, and let it go. I'm entitled to have boundaries after all. But when someone makes you shut down your love, maybe that's not the best way to handle that. So shutting off your love tap hurts you, probably more than it hurts the object of your love. I often talk about shining or letting your freak flag fly. How do you do that if your love tap is off? That's where the light comes from. Judgment can come from your root too, especially if you have PTSD. If you grew up without and had to scramble to survive, or if you grew up in a household where you didn't get a lot of praise or attention, but you did get a lot of criticism, you might see slights where none are intended. You might react strongly to things that others would ignore. Safety creates tolerance for a wide variety of things that might be called offenses by some people because you have nothing to lose. Or if you do lose something, you can always bounce back. So emotional and physical safety are huge barriers to connection and love. If these are a problem for you, I'd strongly suggest getting some help with that so that it doesn't hold you back from being all that you can be and experiencing life fully. It's okay to be hurt, to want to protect yourself, to be in grief, or feel however you feel. Authenticity is important. And sometimes you can't really feel what you feel and feel love at the same time. That's okay too. Life's a process, and we are where we are. But if you're stuck in judging, fear, anger, that kind of thing, well, that's a hamster wheel, and that's not living. You're not going to stay safe by staying on the hamster wheel, being angry, bitter, and critical. In fact, if you do that long enough, all that energy is going to implode on you because everything has polarity. It's either positive or negative. And if the positive isn't expressed and withheld, the negative will be. It's like the quote from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Love that movie. It's brilliant. Or the book especially. Which says, I do know that for the sympathy of one living being, I would make peace with all. I have love in me, the likes of which you can scarcely imagine, and rage, the likes of which you would not believe. If I cannot satisfy the one, I will indulge the other. That's people. That's humans. So, love. We may not intend to be vengeful, spiteful, or hateful, but that's what happens. It has to. You can't contain love in a vault and not let it flow. It begins to change polarity and will come out as nasty things that you don't want. You'll either hold that in and it begins to contaminate you, or you're going to spew it out onto other people. And neither one of those is fabulous. So love and hate are the same energy. And if you've ever broken up with someone and it turns sour and you're fighting, you know this because you experienced it. That charge still connects you and holds you captive. That's what the Frankenstein monster is saying. It's just universal law. So release your judgments and set the bar low. See, everyone and everything is worthy of love, even if they're imperfect. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you or you don't have boundaries. It means you set boundaries and love people anyway. It means you take risks, experience disappointment, fail, and keep on loving. It's the only way to live. Look around you. Do you see people who are lonely, have given up, and either are isolated and alone or are living with their cat and dog all shut up? That's what it looks like to live in fear and judgment. That's not living, guys. And I'm not judging. Do you? Maybe you need a breather to lick your wounds and find courage to get back in the game. But get back in the game. You're going to lose. You're going to make mistakes. We all do. That's not a reason to stop. And not just you, me too. People are going to lose and make mistakes. So don't take that personally. Just go slow. Dip your foot in by loving the trees, the earth, the worms. Low risk, super low risk. We're cultivating mealworms for the chickens right now, and they're absolutely fascinating. You might think that something like a mealworm is inconsequential, but if you learn about them, you start to see how much they contribute to the world and how important they really are. This is what I mean about letting go of judgment. Judgment really is about not being able to see from a different perspective. So be flexible. Zoom out. Educate yourself and you'll see that yours is not the only perspective. It may not even be the best one or the right one. When you're tolerant and open-minded, there's a lot more space to love. Don't take my word for it. I want you to experience it, okay? I don't think I have to say that if you're driving or working, just listen. Don't participate. Come back and do it later when you're in a quiet, safe place and can fully concentrate, okay? For everybody else, let's get into a position where you're going to be comfortable and undisturbed for the next few minutes. And when you're there, close your eyes and begin taking a few deep breaths to slow everything right down. Feel your body relaxing with every breath. Just exhale all your cares as you tune into your breath, your body, and this moment. Just let everything else melt away with each exhalation. I'll give you a few more moments to slow that breath down. Feel yourself begin to tingle and relax. That's right. Maybe you're feeling heavy. Maybe you feel light. Just know that wherever you are, you're in the perfect place to begin to notice a warmth at the base of your spine. Imagine that here, at the base of your spine, is a glowing red ball that spins in both directions like a gyroscope. Maybe it's big. Maybe it's small. It could be bright or dull. Maybe it spins fast or slow. However it appears, it's just perfect. Just see or feel it spinning there. Now begin to feel the tingling at the soles of your feet. Mother Earth is knocking on the soles of your feet. She's offering grounding, safety, and a foundation that connects you to her and the rest of the wonderful, pure, loving energy of the universe. If it feels good to you, let her in. Just let that warm, tingling sensation rise up from the bottoms of your feet, up to your ankles, your knees, your thighs, and into the base of your spine. Feel her love swirling and energizing your root chakra, cleaning, purifying, and bringing in a sense of safety that comes from knowing that you're loved and watched over by your ancestors. That's right, just feel that solid grounding right now in your body. And if you don't feel it, imagine what it would be like if you did. Now bring your attention to the top of your head. Notice that there's a tingling sensation here too. It may feel different from the one at the base of your spine. Different temperature, density, or just some different quality to it. This is Father Sky or Heaven energy asking to come in. If that's okay with you, let's open the crown so that the sky and all the wonderful, clean, loving, supporting energy of the heavens can come in from the top of your head. See here another swirling gyroscope of violet as this purple energy swirls in both directions. Feel as it brings with it a sense of expanse and safety, knowing that you are bigger than your body, bigger than this life, bigger than your problems. You're always looked after, and no matter what happens, it'll be okay. Just feel Father Sky's love and support cradling you in reassurance. And if you don't feel it, just imagine what it would be like if you did. Let the red at the base of your spine and the violet at the top of your head peacefully swirl and cleanse for a moment now. Now let's bring your attention back to your roots. Notice that this energy feels calm, settled, and rhythmic. We're going to allow Mother Earth's energy to continue traveling up your body to just below the navel. Here imagine a swirling gyroscope of orange energy. Feel Mother Earth's compassion. Fill this energy ball with a different quality of love that flows from above and below. Maybe it's warm, cool, raggedy, even, slow, or fast. However it appears or feels, it's okay. Just let Mother Earth's grounding energy in and mingle with your own. If you feel more balanced or less balanced, it's totally okay. If you feel emotional or weepy, that's okay too. Let yourself be where you are, as you are, having the experience that you're having. Now let's go back up to the crown. Notice what it's like to have the red, swirling energy at the base of your spine, the orange just below the navel, and the violet at the top of your head. Hopefully this energy now feels calm, settled, and rhythmic. So if we can let Father Sky's energy continue to drop down, stopping between the eyebrows, where it becomes a deep, dark, blue, swirling gyroscope of energy, circling in both directions. That's right, just let it light up your forehead in a burst of indigo. As it swirls, feel Father Sky's love cleanse and open this area, bringing in calm, relaxing your mind, and tapping into a sense of knowing that doesn't require thinking. That's right, just let yourself know the way the cosmos moves. Let this gift of love from the sky become a way of knowing that you trust to guide you. Just breathe it in now, letting this indigo swirl of love purify this area. Now let's zoom out so that you can feel the two swirling energy balls at the top of your head and the two at the bottom. Mother Earth and Father Sky's love flowing into your body. Doesn't it feel delicious? Now bring your attention to the orange energy ball. And notice as Mother Earth's energy continues moving up your body, stopping halfway between the navel and the bottom of your rib cage in an orange gyroscope of swirling energy. Like the sun, you may feel warm, happy, joyful, and hopeful. Maybe it feels sluggish, angry, and erratic. That's okay. There's no wrong. It just feels the way that it feels. Spinning around and around, yellow, lemon, gold, fast, slow. However it appears is just fine. Let Mother Earth's sunshiny goodness pause here, filling you with her joyful, energetic love. Once again, zoom out and let yourself notice what it's like to have a red spinning ball of energy at the base of your spine, an orange one just above, a yellow zesty one above that, a violet one at the crown of your head, and an indigo one between your eyes. Feel all these energy of Mother Earth and Father Sky cleansing, balancing, and filling you with love. And notice as Father Sky's love energy begins to drop down from between your eyebrows to your throat, settling in a bright blue swirling gyroscope of energy there. Feel this love as a love that expresses in the way that you shine in the world. Maybe it's words, dance, music, song, art, helping. Let yourself connect to Father Sky and in your own divine magic. And feel what you feel now. Let yourself be here. Enjoy whatever comes up. Whatever it is, it's all good. It's just what this moment calls for. Enjoy. Let's zoom out once again and feel your whole body alive with these swirling balls of light, all cleaning, restoring balance, filling you with love that you always have access to, the love that you can always express, nice and big, nice and strong. Now let Father Sky move down into your heart from the blue of the throat, and let Mother Earth move up into the heart from the yellow of the solar plexus as they both meet in the heart. See your heart burst into a swirling gyroscope of green, swirling energy. Feel the love expand. If it meets with grief, sadness, jealousy, or any other thing here, just let it be as it is. It's perfectly fine. We're not trying to make anything in particular happen. We're just noticing what does happen. Your mind, body, and spirit know exactly what to do. You just get out of the way. Now that the circuit is complete, and Father Sky can continue moving down the body, and Mother Earth can continue moving up the body, let their energies go out into your body, expanding wherever they need to go, so that everything is accessible from everywhere. Know what it's like to know, see, speak, love, do, feel, and be with love. Very good. Now, because love wants an outlet, imagine with me now that you have a love hose or laser or some way to direct it. Think of the magical, mystical moon, Sister Moon high in the night sky. Let's send Sister Moon some of this loving energy that we have, since there's so much of it. We have tons to spare, so let's just send her some. You're here for a repeat round with this meditation and you want to send it to another creature from the mineral realm. Think of that thing and send it there. Send it to the sun, a cave, a crystal, a favorite mountain, a creek, or Stonehenge. Feel what it's like when it's received. Notice the connection between you and the moon. Notice what's happening in your body when you give this love away. Just breathe and enjoy that for a moment. Now let's disconnect from the moon. Thank you, moon. And breathe. That's right. You're doing fine. And let's think about the rainforest. And send love to the rainforest. Just open up that love laser, that love hose, and direct all your love to the rainforest. Notice what happens when you make that connection. Feel your body. Maybe you see colors. Maybe you have emotions or tingles. Just notice what is there. Everything's just as it should be. Just breathe as you give your love to the rainforest. Alright, now let's disconnect from the rainforest. Thank you, rainforest. And breathe. I'd like you to think of an animal. It could be a pet that you have now. One that you had when you were little, your next door neighbor's dog, or an animal in the wild. It can even be an animal that you don't like or are afraid of. And let's direct our love laser, our love hose at this animal. I sent you love, animal. That's right. Just open your heart to this animal. You have an endless supply from Mother Earth and Father Sky. It's okay to give it all away. Let it pour. Notice what it's like to make a connection with this animal. Feel your feelings. Alright, now disconnect from that animal. Thank you, animal. And feel your body. Breathe deeply. Now find a person that you love. It could be someone on this side of the veil or someone who's crossed over. It could be a child, someone you admire from afar, like an author or celebrity. It could be your lover. And point your love laser, your love hose towards them and let it go. You may not or may not get a connection this time. Everyone has a right to refuse love. We have no control over what happens once we give it away, but give it anyway. We let go of the outcome because we just give because we have so much to give. And notice how your body feels now. Let yourself be with whatever's happening for you now. Now let's disengage from that person and breathe deeply. Thank that person even if they didn't engage or accept your love. Feel your body. Breathe. That's good. Now feel all that love in your body. Mother Earth and Father Sky didn't stop loving or supporting you, did they? That love didn't dry up, did it? In fact, most of you will feel that you have even more love to give. You'll notice energy in parts of your body that didn't have energy before. You probably feel really, really good right now because that's what love does. And since you're feeling so good, we're going to offer some love to someone who's not easy to love, or someone who has forgotten. This could be someone you see who seems lonely, a nasty neighbor, a coworker, bitter ex, or someone who hurt you. See that person in your mind's eye, and if you have courage, open up that love hose and aim it at them. Send them a gentle blast or a huge burst of love. Feel it coming down from your head, up from your feet, out your heart, and right into their heart. Notice what you see. Notice how you feel. And just keep it going. And let yourself disconnect. Thank the other person, whether they received what you offered or not. Give yourself a big hug for your courage to connect and look within. And how's your love meter? Are you empty or full? How's your body feel? Now thank Mother Earth and Father Sky for loving and supporting you, and withdraw your energy. Feel that they're always here. You don't have to call them in, just reach out. And anytime you need a boost, you can tap in. For now, we're going to return back to our day with our hearts full, knowing we never have to look for love. All we need to do is turn on the tap, express what's inside, and give it away. You always have enough. Now feel your feet on the ground. Wiggle your toes. Speed your breath up. Stretch if you need to. Open your eyes, feeling grounded, full and amazingly energized. So guys, if you can love a rock, you can love anything. If loving people is hard, and it is hard, some people bite. You can practice on plants or animals. Everybody needs love. Everybody responds to love. And the more you love, the more you realize that romantic love isn't the only type that's worthwhile. Not knocking it, just saying that if I only ate chocolate ice cream, I'd be depriving myself of a lot of other delights. And not only that, but when you find somebody and you're happy and, all of a sudden everybody is all interested in you, right? That's what happens when you just burst with love. You become more visible and more shiny and then more attractive. So I can tell you about love all day long, but it's something that you really have to experience to get it. To do the meditation, switch it up. Love something or see something different each time. See how it changes your connection to the mineral, plant, animal, human, and spirit realms. See how your capacity for love grows. This is how you learn animism. It's not something that can be taught in a book. Nobody can give it to you. You have to come and get it for yourself. If you want that, come join our online class. Information is at pansociety.org. If you'd like to support our mission, you can donate on our website at pansociety.net. And our hub of information where all the events and news is posted is Facebook, but we have a social media presence on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Clubhouse, so be sure to check us out if one of those is your preferred platform. Until then, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.